Welcome to with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Today, we have a special guest because we have some special happenings that we have coming up in 2023. I decided to invite my good friend from Seattle. The B Projects is here with us today. But before we bring him on and talk about the excitement and happenings that is going on, I must say thank you to everyone who supported the bowling event yesterday. I didn't bowl, but I did enjoy my time with friends and seeing the young people out laughing and having a good time. So we do have some other things happening and coming up on November 1st. And I will definitely give you information detailed in the newsletter this week about that. So let me bring on, goodness, I was about to call him something else because, we have nicknames for each other, but I'm going to call him Mr. B Projects to be safe. So I'm going to bring him on. Hey, how are you, friend? Well, see, I was going to call you a nickname, but I said, nope, not today. I'm going to be nice.
I appreciate you being nice. How you doing?
I am good. It's a little cold. I don't know if I said I was homesick too much, and the weather here has dropped. This is like 60 degrees. I got on a sweater. That should tell you something.
Oh, no.
But how are you today?
I am fantastic. Just sitting back, relaxing.
Awesome sauce. So I know that you have a ton of exciting events. I know I'm playing around with the things here. I probably should leave it alone before I turn it off. But I told the audience that I have a special guest, and we met, I want to say last year, where you had took a group of students from Seattle, just, giving our audience from Seattle to a college experience where they were able to walk the grounds of some of our most prominent HBCUs. And just tell us about that experience and how it impacted the scholars that went.
Well, we went to Atlanta, Georgia, and Tallahassee, Florida, and Daytona Beach, Florida. We did Morehouse, Spelman, Morris Brown, Clark, Atlanta, excuse me, Florida A&M University, and Bethune-Cookman University. And coming from the West Coast, you don't get to see absolutely any HBCUs. So for the kids that went on the trip, it was, I think, probably a life-changing experience for them to get an opportunity to see all the history, to see people their age getting out and actually just making things happen. You can see the pace of the college campuses, talk to student leaders, and just suck all of the history up. I think they had a fantastic time.
Awesome. So I know there are some kids. We do have one of the scholars that was on the trip. We communicate and check in on her and things like that. So what would you say was the most impactful moment of the tour?
The most impactful. I think there was more than just one, honestly. When you got an opportunity to go to Bethune-Cookman and actually see the house that Mary McLeod Bethune lived in, and she's buried on the campus. It's just history. So I think that it was all impactful. That was just one part of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that was just one part of it. I think the fact that they got an opportunity to go to Morris Brown and they just got their accreditation back. And when you hear that you can get a 4-year degree for $34,000, I think that was impactful. So
Hey,
yeah, yeah,
that would make anybody want to go
yeah,
go to school.
exactly.
And I agree, that was an exciting time last year when Morris Brown did get their accreditation back. I wanted this year to actually go to their homecoming, but I didn't quite make it to any of them, not even my own, which was this weekend. But I can say that I am so excited that you are willing to work with our nonprofit to try to form, well, not try to form, to take our kids here in Texas on a college experience. Now, can you tell us about that?
Well, I too am very excited to work with you and honored to work with you. I know you are doing many different things, and I know you wear a lot of different hats out there in Texas. Um, and I know that you are definitely a doer, not a talkative person. So that being said, when we get to Texas, we are going to hit the ground running. The tour will be going from Houston Tillotson, which is in Austin. Then we will go to Texas Southern and Prairie View, and then we move to the Dallas area, right outside of Dallas, going to Paul Quinn College and Jarvis, and end up in Wiley College. So I think the tour is definitely going to be a lot of fun, a lot of good experiences. Um, I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. I think the kids will really enjoy themselves, especially if they've never been to any of these schools and see the rich history that's on their campuses.
Like I totally agree about that part, and thank you for giving me accolades. I'm just doing what my passion is getting these young people in the school by any means necessary. But like you said, some of them are so into the 8 block radius that they haven't, some of them, harsh reality, haven't even been outside of San Antonio. So to see that they're able to at least see 6 of the 9 institutions that are here in their own backyard, well, about an hour or two away, is, it's a start.
Right.
We it's a start to me. So
Well, it's a first. So we're gonna hit the ground and we'll call this our crawl. And so hopefully we will do this not once, but on a regular basis. So this will not be the last time that we get to Texas and do things in Texas. Next year, we maybe we'll be in North Carolina, maybe we'll be in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Alabama, Arkansas. So there is no limitation. As
correct.
long as there's a Miss Mo, we, we will make it happen. I guarantee it.
We try to do what we can do, and like I said, it's I'm just little me just trying to make it happen for our young people. But I guess as I look, and I think about when I came out to Seattle last year and we met, and you was telling me about the scholars and different things like that. What would you say, like, what was your why? Like, what made you even start doing things like this?
It didn't just hit me. I went to a what we call a PWI, a predominantly white institution. I went to the University of Washington. In going to that school, me being a man of color, there was not a lot of people that looked like me. Only pretty much scholarship athletes and a speckle of just regular academic students were on the campus. So you were just a number. You were no more than a way for the college to make money. And so whether you went to class or whether you did not go to class, fell asleep in class, just decided you weren't going to show up, the only thing that they really cared about was getting that tuition money.
Wow.
And so I know that my experiences in going to HBCUs and seeing what's going on in the campus is they care about you. And you will learn about that from the moment you step on the campus and you meet with the student ambassadors or you meet with the administrators. They all have the same mindset, the same compassion or passion to get the students to understand it is a family environment. So when you don't show up, they're going to ask you, hey, Miss Mo, I didn't see you in class today. Is
Yes.
everything okay? You've been slacking on your homework. What do we need to do to help you get back on track to get your grades back up? Or, do you need a tutor? Or it's a different environment because they want to see you succeed. They're not going to give it to you, but they will help you get to where you need to be in order to meet the end goal, which is graduating and being a phenomenal person. So for all of the students who have never touched the campus, it's something to be excited when you see kids that are your age not hurrying to run and get into a circle to just shoot the stuff, but to run and get to the library
Mm-hmm.
to learn, to get to the classroom, to learn and to be competitive and not wanting to play yourself and pretend like it's cool to be dumb or be ignorant. It's cool to be intelligent and viable, a force in your community. So there's just it's a game changer. When they get on that campus, they'll see it, they'll feel it, and even the kids who don't have the push to do it, when they see it and they see other kids doing it, they're gonna want to join in. They're gonna want to be a part of it.
Very, very true. I'm going to take a short commercial break because, we have to, we got to promote certain things. But you asked some things, and as soon as we come back, I'm going to ask you that question. I'm going to remember, I promise.
Okay.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application.
So how, if you could do it all over again, would you have went to an HBCU?
If I was to able to do it all over again,
Yes.
there would never, ever, 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 ever be any question or doubt in my mind that I would have went to an HBCU without question. There's times that even going on these tours that I have considered going back to school and
Hey, I'm still in school. You're never too
it's,
late.
it's that good. It's that good. It's that nurturing. It's that loving. Um, it's an incredible feeling. Like I said, I think it's a blessing to be able to be on those campuses, and I honestly believe that it makes the average student feel like they're not average. I think that your surroundings will make you buy into what they want you to believe, and you might be an outstanding student and they make you feel average. And so if that's all that you're getting, if that's all the push that you're getting from your teachers, your counselors, your administrators, you tend to believe that. And so you need to be somewhere where people will make you, fight for your greatness and really start standing up and showing who you are. And I think that it will bring you out of your shell. And nobody wants to be left behind. And at those schools, at HBCUs, nobody's going to be left behind.
Mm-mm.
So,
You're absolutely right about that. That statement there. One thing I can say, I always talk about Wilberforce. I don't really much talk about the other schools, but Wilberforce prepared me to go to the other schools and not accept anything from them, if you know what I mean. So,
I understand. I understand. You know,
but so yeah, I'm glad that you were, vulnerable and transparent enough to say that, because I have, as well as you, when you encounter these career or college counselors and they look at you like, oh, those are just those schools, and I'm like, okay.
but as long as you get to the right place, because there's colleges and there's universities, um, and I think if you take the time and that's another great thing about the tour. When you go to these places, you'll get an opportunity to see the size of the campus. You'll get an opportunity to ask questions and find out, is there 1,500 people in this classroom, or is there 20 people? That can be the difference of the weight of the world. You
That's
know,
a big game changer.
it is.
Huge game
We learn differently. We as African American, we learn differently. We don't do everything how everybody else, and that's the uniqueness of us. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people, you can tell them what to do, and they can jump right on it. Some people, you have to show them what to do, and then they can jump right on it. But there's nothing slow about us. One way or another, we just need to be put into the right place and in the right environment with the right push. And, the greatest minds in the world, not in the country, in the world,
Mhm.
have come from some HBCUs.
Yes, and I know that you are an athlete, and we are going to take a small break. But when I come back, I need to ask you this athletic question, only because I know you're an athlete and you've already spoke about the tour. But I'm asking you this before we get out of here. But let me go to commercial really, really quick.
You're not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
Selfie. Nailed it. Hey everyone, let me tell you about exclusively HBCU. They are more than your typical subscription box service. Their mission is to highlight and collaborate with other HBCU alums and entrepreneurs while providing opportunities and scholarships to current and future HBCU scholars. And did I mention they have a really great product line like this, and this, and even this. The company's aim is to bring awareness to HBCU's rich history and showcase why our alma mater is still relevant and essential today. Now, they want to continue their support by donating 10% of each sale to the United Negro College Fund by using the promo code UNCF at checkout. So go check out their website at www.exclusivelyyhbcu.com and grab you something nice for yourself or that HBCU student of yours. Better yet, sign up for the quarterly subscription box and use promo code UNCF at the checkout. And by the way, tell them that your Uncle Anthony sent you.
Alrighty. So the question I had for you yesterday was a ground, how can I say it? Was a major event in college football. Honestly, I don't watch college football. I only show up for halftime and fifth quarter. But that's facts. I've been to like several classics, and ask me if I ever paid attention to the game. I'm always watching the band. But sorry, but the question I have, and some people weren't as happy as others. And some of the comments that were on there were really like, wow, we still have to face these things. But college game day actually was at Jackson State yesterday. And the press that our historically Black colleges and university athletic programs are getting now. It's like we had the coverage way back in the day where we had like some of the athletes that went to the NFL were playing, but now it's like college game day. That's huge. Like that's huge on a Saturday. They there at Jackson State. And I'm sorry, Southern, they beat them pretty bad yesterday too. And I love Southern's band, but at least the band won, But how do you feel about that?
About it being on game day?
Yes.
I didn't see it. I knew that it was on. I had to take care of some things, so I was not able to see it. I thought that was fantastic. I appreciate and love the attention that Deion Sanders has brought to not just Jackson State, but all of the HBCUs, and even the ones that he has called to task to make sure that money is spent appropriately and do what is right by the students that are going to these schools. But it's necessary. We keep looking at it as though college game day and us making it on college game day validated or made it more impressive. Once again, we have been great since the beginning of time. We didn't need college game day. College game day needed us. And so just like when you have these high school athletes, Deion Sanders had a 5-star recruit that picked his school and decommitted from going to Florida State. And Deion Sanders they said, well, how did you steal him? And his response was, we didn't steal him. He just came home. So the moral of that was, when we stop acting like everything white is right or it's better because you can go to Penn State or Notre Dame or what have you, that does not make it any better. Like I said, some of the greatest minds, some of the greatest athletes, the greatest scholars, period, have come from HBCUs. And I mean from every one of them. College game day didn't put Benny Thompson, the January 6th committee chair, in that chair. And that he came from Tougaloo College. It didn't put Walter Payton or some of the other incredible football players or some of the guys that you see who play in the NBA, some of the greatest scoring legends. None of college game day did that. We were great before college game day. So it's nice that they want to recognize us, and I guess that was their way of throwing us a bone. And because everything is cool now to be HBCUs, but we were great before all that. So we just need to start validating ourselves. Stop waiting for other people to tell us we're great when we know we're great.
Wow. But I have no comments after that. But like you said, we need to know that we are great. And that's one thing that I can honestly say I learned on 1055 North Bickett Road, the other side of Route 42. And that they won't you won't graduate until you learn that lesson. Trust me, you will not.
Real talk.
But I do thank you for giving me your time today. I'm so excited about this tour coming in March. I know I have some scholars that are overly excited, and I will direct them. I know I didn't put it up here, but there you go. If you're interested in the HBCU experience tour, check them out. And I put the bprojects.org is where you can go and get that information. They will be glad to tell you more information about the tour experience. If you have questions, please, you can call me. I don't mind answering them, but the expert is clearly right here. I'm just
before I leave, everybody in Texas needs to understand that it is few and far between when you get somebody that will fight for your kids and do big things and commit their time, which is the most important thing that they have. And Miss Monique, it is an honor and a pleasure, because when I met you, we hit it off immediately. I know your passion. I know that you put 300% into everything that you do, and it's not a game. And so when you have somebody who is willing to give their all, even when you don't belong to them, you have to appreciate that. So the people in Texas, when I get there, I'm riding the back of Miss Mo, and I want it to be known, because that's her territory, and I'm just trying to be able to step on the hollow ground that she has laid down. So I am excited. I look forward to meeting every parent, every child that is interested in going to an HBCU. This will not be a one-time thing. We will be there once we get there, and we will have a relationship that will go on for years. So I'm excited, and I look forward to working with you.
Awesome sauce. So again, if you would like to get in touch with Mr. Brooks at the B Project, who is working hard, with us. He's working hard with us to get this tour together. Please reach out. The the website address is thebprojects.org. So it has been real. It has been nice. It's been a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Look at our newsletter. Look at our website. We have some exciting things that are coming up, and I can't wait to tell you about them. Thanks. It's been real.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their...
Looking for inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ? Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson. The television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson.